You know, if you open up a high-risk rhinoplasty textbook, you won't even find cases this difficult in there.
Your septum is pushed all the way over to your right side, blocking 100% of your airway. The only time I've seen someone get relief from headaches is when I saw the septum so badly deviated that it's touching the side of the wall in the turbinates. Here it looks like it's touching everything. I would hope that you get some relief. However, you are going to be one of these patients, which is rare for me to say, that I really don't know exactly what's happening inside your nose until I go in surgery. So I cannot give you a plan right now except take rib cartilage, open up your nose, look and see what's going on, and start from there. I'm not convinced that this is from an IUD.
I agree.
I'm more convinced that this was a congenital issue. Your left side developed normally, your right side didn't. The baby's gonna be moving around all the time, swimming around in that uterus. It seems a little hard to believe that an IUD can just sit on a baby's face the whole time and cause that kind of damage.
My whole world changed. You know, I've been told this all my life. Now you're telling me it's this other congenital problem.
It almost does look like a cleft lip nasal deformity.
On that whole side. Because even if you did have an IUD pushing on your nose, it's not gonna cause this bone to be way outside over here. It's just not gonna cause some of these defects. Let me give you a little bit more information. The point is you're missing bone and cartilage. And no matter what, your septum is horribly deviated. We gotta fix that. Because if I can get your headaches better, and I don't know if I can, but get your breathing better, get your lifestyle better, that right there, opening up your right airway, is gonna do so much good for you. So I wanna do that, no matter what, as long as you give me the permission.
I think I need it. It's hard to hear that the problem is congenital, but if there's a chance to fix some of the, maybe the aesthetic problems and fix some of the health problems, I feel very hopeful. Before my surgery, my nose was absolute trash. It wasn't symmetrical, it was shifted to the left. I couldn't breathe, and I was having horrible headaches. I hated looking in the mirror, and I thought that my deformed nose was all that people would see when they'd look at me. But now, not only did Dr. Nassif give me a symmetrical, functional, and good-looking nose, but I'm no longer the family IUD disaster.
I'm gonna do something, and then you're gonna tell me how you feel, all right?
That actually feels good.
Does. Now, there is an interesting thing. If you read medical books about what to do with empty nose syndrome, they never talk about making your airway bigger. Our dictum of learning is don't make it bigger. However, in about 10 patients in the last 7 years, I've put grafts in the nose and I've tried to emulate what I just did.
I was getting it, like air was actually going in.
You felt air going in.
Yes, like, okay, I'm getting a breath net.
It actually worked on all 10 people.
Paul and I have to come up with unique solutions to nearly impossible problems. So the fact that he's done this unique operation 10 times and it's been successful, 10 out of 10, is pretty good evidence that he's probably the only one who can achieve this outcome, and it may be worth considering in Yersinia.
99.999% of doctors won't even think about doing this. I would basically make your profile better. From the front, get your nose straight. God willing. But here's the tricky part. I'd have to put big pieces of cartilage here, and they're pieces of rib, and they're long, and usually they're strong, to open up your valves. But if we say, let's go for it, you could be the 11th person that says, hey, you just made me worse. Do you want to try it?
Only with you. 11, just so you know, that's always my lucky number. I hope I'm 11. Before my surgery, my nose looked like I was smashed against a window. I was unable to breathe properly, and I couldn't keep up with my husband, who's 10 years older than me. But now, thanks to Dr. Nassif, my nose is straight, and it just looks like the fairy tale ending I've always wanted. I'm no longer the one that's falling behind, but I'm the one that's leading the pack.
Hello. He walks in. What does that tell you? I don't think I've ever seen him ever walk in, take a look, and just sigh as his first reaction. I've never seen you do that. Whoa. To see Paul react like that, knowing that he does the hardest nasal surgeries in the world, tells you something. Holly's case is truly something we've never seen before.
All right, so let's talk about this. Okay. Go like this for me. Okay, so there's a gap in your nasal bones right here. It's called an open roof deformity, and there's 2 ridges of bones. I take cartilage and I add this glue-like material, and I might be able to even just fill in that little gap. The middle third, we have to add cartilage again, called spreader grafts. The third part of this is going to be the tip. So you, from what it appears to me, don't have usable tip cartilage.
Okay.
I would have to cut out all your natural tip cartilage and take new cartilage and make you a tip.
He's gonna add a lot of tissue, which, is packing the suitcase, right? Puts more pressure on the skin.
Yeah.
You zip up the suitcase, except he's gonna put stitches in it. You're at super high risk for a blood supply problem. Necrosis, skin death.
Wow.
If you open up a high-risk rhinoplasty textbook, you won't even find cases this difficult in there.
What's going through your head?
Scared, nervous, definitely. There's not even a case in a textbook like my nose. It really brings to light the way that I've been feeling. Like, I know that I'm just not crazy. I know that I'm just not being just so insecure. It really is bad. I want to do it. I have faith in you, Dr. Nassif.
I wish it was all based on my hands.
Better you than me, man.
Before my surgery, the tip of my nose was so pointy, I looked like I lived in Whoville. I had a ski slope for a profile. It was crooked, and there was a chunk missing on the right side. But now, thanks to Dr. Nassif, my tip is rounded and smooth, and my nose is straight and symmetrical.
But they call this a nevus sebaceous, and pretty much it's a big, large birthmark, and it usually can go up in your hairline, but with you it's growing along the back of your neck. This area right here is where the tight skin is. All right, you can go ahead and sit this way. This is a very challenging case for anybody. If I just went inside there right now and try to cut it out, that wouldn't work, because the skin in the back of the neck and behind the ear doesn't usually stretch that well. We would not be able to close your skin. I may have a little idea.
Really, I can't wait to hear this one.
Tissue expansion.
Okay.
Huh.
What do you think?
Yeah, I hadn't really thought about that.
Can we put this tissue expander underneath your nevus sebaceous? Slowly expand it to make the skin loose. And that might take a good couple of weeks.
Okay.
Take it out and then go back and cutting out that nevus sebaceous and then stitching it together.
So there's hope.
Definitely.
In the past, I felt like a lost cause. I felt like nobody could really help me. This mark has consumed so much of my identity that hearing there being a strong possibility of it being taken off, I feel like the heavens opened up and sang to me.
It's growing. So this may actually be the right timing as well.
You will have a scar no matter what, though. So at the final stage, you can get tattooed. What do you think?
I feel like this would be a great possibility.
Ruth is our incredible medical micropigmentation especialista. By doing the medical tattoo, it will blend it in with Jasmine's natural skin color, and there'll be no more memory of the nevus sebaceous, AKA the beast. So let's get started.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is my first tattoo ever. Out of all the places that I thought I'd get a tattoo, my neck is not one of them.
Not bad?
If I happen to fall asleep during this process.
You know what?
She starts
I
snoring.
love that.
I thought I would get one on my wrist, my forearm, my foot, somewhere else other than my neck.
Huh? You love it?
That is incredible. Oh my goodness. When I first met Jasmine, she was terrorized by this beast. Take a look.
Oh my God,
It
what?
looks amazing.
And now she's rocking that short hair. She's confident, she's got a smile on her face, and that's what makes everything I do worth it.